Hey, welcome back. I'm Len.
And I'm Rene.
Today we're going to talk about, should I pay my roofing deductible or should I try to negotiate that off the price of the roof? And first of all, is that even legal?
That's totally illegal
Yeah.
to try to don't pay your deductible.
And we're having this conversation quite honestly because a lot of people for some reason feel like they don't need to pay their deductible. They feel like it's a gift from the gods somehow. Their insurance company somehow magically gave them this gift that they don't need to pay. But that deductible comes off the cost of the job. It's the customer's responsibility to pay it to the contractor doing the work. If not, it is called a kickback, right? And kickbacks are...
Yeah, the insurance can come back to you and get the money.
Right, kickbacks are illegal. First of all, is what I was trying to get you to say.
Yeah, illegal. One.
But yeah, secondly, if you engage in this type of activity, yes, the insurance company can come back to you and literally you might be on the hook for your entire roof replacement once you engage in this sort of nefarious activity. There's no scenario under which you should ever receive your roofing deductible back. It should never be given back to you by the contractor doing your roof, right? Are there any exceptions that you know of?
No. There's not exceptions. The deductible is the responsibility of the homeowner, and that's the law.
Okay, what kind of things have you run into when, say, for example, the homeowner has a claim, the checks come in, they go to pay for their roof, we've already agreed that the claim, they're going to pay the proceeds of the entire claim to us to replace the roof. Like, what kind of things do you run into? Does the customer ever try to hold on to that, like not pay for their deductible?
Oh my God, I've been running into that problem a few times, but
Yep.
Most of that is because, sometimes they have a neighbor, they have a friend, they say like, well, I just hire a contractor, they eat my deductible, basically, and then tries us to do the same thing, but we are not here to do nothing illegal at all.
Wow. You know what you call a homeowner that tries to withhold their deductible and not pay it to the contractor? Call those litigants, right? Because we are going to go to court, right? And litigate the matter. In other words, that is money that we count on to do the roof. That deductible is part of the roofing process. Insurance company deducts that amount from the claim because when they scope your roof and figure out the cost to do your roof, that's not free money. They take that deductible amount from the cost of the roof that is paid to us. Now, some roofers have no self-respect and they say, hey, I'll do it less the deductible. They're not going to be, most of these guys aren't going to be in business in a year or so anyway, right? Mm-hmm. They have very low costs. They're working out of the back of their pickup truck. But guess what? When you have an issue, when you need them, if they've given you some sort of a crazy taillight warranty, well, good luck trying to get your roof worked on.
If they agree to do this kind of business, that means they are not really, a loyal company. If they doing that to your insurance, probably you the next one.
When you pay your deductible in good faith, right? Mm-hmm. That means that you have now paid all the funds required to remove and replace your roof, right? Mm-hmm. And so you're entitled to all the stuff that comes along with it, a great warranty, great craftsmanship, right? Not that, we've done a lot of stuff, roofs where we've had to fight to get this deductible, right? Customers, once they get that insurance check, the light bulb goes off, and now automatically, like we're India or something, right? Or somewhere in Southeast Asia, where they're going to start negotiating with us like we're in the marketplace trying to buy a chicken, right? Or some vegetables. No, we know what that roof costs before we go in. We agree on a price. We sign an agreement. And that's the end of it, you know? But I would say for you, the homeowner, if you're out there and you hear all these crazy stories about roofing companies that can bury your deductible, you don't need to pay it. Well, that's nonsense. right? It doesn't matter whether you're in your car and you hit a tree, you got to pay your deductible before you get your car back from the mechanic. It's the same thing with your roof. If you have a roofing issue and it's an insurance claim, the first thing you need to do is pay your deductible before we start doing anything.
Yep.
So I just think that's good business. At the end of the day, if you get involved in companies that want to kick you back your deductible or a certain amount of money, that's clearly a kickback. It's illegal, and you could find yourself, wearing orange, which is not the new black. Orange is orange, and I don't think anybody's going to enjoy going to prison. I don't. Well, some people probably do. I don't know.
I don't know.
But anyway, on this whole topic of deductibles, Renee, you got anything else to add?
All the time when you file a claim with your insurance, you need to be ready with your deductible.
Absolutely. And on insurance claims, deductibles, it's the first thing we collect, is it not?
Yeah, that's the first thing we have. We always collect deductibles before we even, order the materials.
If you think you have an insurance claim, if you think you need a new roof, give us a call, 678-424-1919. Of course, like and subscribe if you found this information interesting. But we are your roofing source, right? So if you need something, call us up. You have a question, call us up, right? You need a roof, call us up. We are here when you need us. But in any event, I'm Len.
And I'm Rene.
And we will see you next time. Thanks for watching.